Hi guys, it's Wendy Sanford Green, your digital marketing queen, here today to wish you a happy Valentine's Day. Hope you had a great Super Bowl Sunday, enjoyed it. Hope your team won. If your team lost, I'm sorry about that too. I don't think either team was really a team that I knew anybody rooting for. They just kind of picked out of the two. So I could care less. I don't watch sports, but happy Valentine's Day, or happy Singles Awareness Day as I like to call it. So happy sad. I wanted to give a shout out to all of you who have just showered me lately with such amazing things to help benefit my YouTube channel, my Yeti mic, my ring light, my cell phone holder to hold the camera so that I don't have to anymore, sound box, just whole systems that it's just kind of mind blowing to have all of this set up now, when I just wanted to get a quick little Google chat out to you, hopefully on the daily, eventually on the daily, to help out with your marketing needs and to give you some insight into how to kind of navigate marketing. So I wanted to thank all of you guys who have been so thoughtful and given me so many awesome gifts to help me get this endeavor going, and I appreciate that. Roses for Valentine's Day. I am a sucker for flowers, so I love those too. Thank you. And so moving on from that, I want to talk about something that I've been dealing with almost relentlessly for a little over the last week. So last Friday before last, I got a message, panic, from one of my clients who is an ER, and they reached out to me and said, our Google My Business listing is down. We're not showing up on the map. What's going on? Okay, so I'm used to situations where I have people contact me and say, hey, I just took on a new client. I'm in marketing. I'm kind of a novice at this. I'm figuring it out as I go. I'm watching your YouTube channel. I created a Google My Business account and now it's been suspended for this client. What do I do? Typically, there's just a couple of things that are more than likely what you need to do to take a look at it, and they're typical offenders. You might have a listing where you've claimed an address that is not your address. You want to show up in a certain area. You don't have a brick and mortar there. You don't live in that area. So you want to claim that address, or a physical address. You get a P.O. box, or you claim a friend's address and then you have them send the verification postcard there and you verify it so that it's saying that you are a resident and a business owner in that area. And when Google catches on to that and realizes, no, you're not even in that area. You're not a true local. You're penalized. You're suspended, that sort of thing. Also, gaming reviews, sending a 10 of 5-star reviews all at one time from the same IP address, a bunch of different Google accounts created within seconds, etc. Things that you could do to just generate a lot of reviews really fast. Those things typically get caught on to as well. So those are the typical offenders. Those are also things that I don't typically do to offend with my clients. We are premier partners with Google. And so we know our way around Google, and we know not to do any of the things that throw up red flags. And we know how to do everything correctly, and that honesty is the best policy when it comes to the end results of really optimizing your page with Google and with search engines. So for my client one of my oldest clients to reach out to me and say, we're down. It was, pump the brakes. Everybody stop what you're doing. What is going on? What have we done? Well, there were a few different things that they had done at the business that I thought, okay, that may have triggered something. It could have triggered an employee complaint. They had a contest with their reviews, but it wasn't something illegal through the rules and guidelines of Google. It was something that was actually legitimate and okay. So I thought it could have been presented in a way that was pulled down. However, I started getting calls from other clients, and they were all within medical. There was a vet, there was an ER, and then there was also restaurants. And that tends to be the case when we see something like this, where it's kind of across the board. There are several Google My Businesses that are just suspended at once. It's certain industries. So I think what had happened, and we have to guess because Google won't tell you, was that they had changed and realigned some of their things, changed a little bit of the way that they score and their algorithms, which just triggered a flag for several different industries, and all of those were suspended until they could be re-verified. That's my guess. So what you typically do in a situation where you're suspended and you don't think you've done anything wrong is, one, as I mentioned, Google's not going to tell you that what you've done wrong. So they want you to come in and say, we fixed it and this is what we did to fix it. but they're not telling you what you did wrong. So you're going to go in there and you're like, bless me, Father, for I have sinned. This is my confession. Let me just give up the goose and tell you every single thing I've ever done wrong on Google, and could really end up getting you in hot water as a business and making you look like you're really gaming the system. So you don't want to just lead in with a confessional. You want to kind of play it safe and figure out what's going on, and maybe kind of process of elimination here. So what I did, and I looked to see, are there companies out there that do these reinstatements? Yes, there are. There are several companies that bank off of reinstating your Google My Business. So these companies offer 100% success rate on reinstating Google My Business. Then I click on it. And when I get to the next page, the landing page says 98% success rate on reinstating Google My Business. First thing, do not fill out the reinstatement form. Why? Because you might say something you shouldn't have said. Okay, well, so just tell people that they're making money off of filling out a reinstatement form for you and filling it out correctly. So here's what you do. You go in, you make sure you're the account owner for the Google My Business page. I'm the account owner for a lot of my clients because, one, they trust me, and two, I know how to manage things for them and get in there and fix things when things go really wrong. If they go wrong, which fortunately they don't typically go wrong. However, so go in there, get the reinstatement form, fill it out. And the one thing you can do right away to just make sure that you're verifying who you are is, if you have a physical address and your physical address is accurate, go get a picture of your business with the physical address showing in the picture and the name of your business showing in the picture that matches your Google My Business title or name of your business there. And then it's verified and it's timestamped, and they can see that this is what's there right now, and this is the name of the business, and here's the address of the business. It's verified. So send that in with your reinstatement form. Don't confess to anything else. Don't talk about how you fixed anything else. Send that in, verify your address, start there. So that is what we did. Again, never knew what it was that flagged the businesses that were taken down to be taken down. And they came up within so that was on a Friday. They were up by Monday for most of the businesses. My ER was not up until Tuesday. Now, I can't reiterate enough how important it is to have that digital dominance. So that's what I do to make a living, is I change lives for people. If you're my client, you understand that before we worked together, you weren't showing up where people were looking for you. So they had no idea about your product or service. But now when people look for your product or service, you're top, front and center, dominating the screen on the cell phone, taking up most of it, either via an ad and that ad space, or the ad space, the map, and the organic listings under the map, where you've been just optimized for search engines. So when that's taken away and suddenly somebody's looking for an emergency room in a medical emergency and you're nowhere to be found, that's so damaging. You're not even on the map at all. That's so damaging to business. So they were taken down from Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and not up again until Tuesday. And to say that I took that very seriously is putting it very lightly. And my clients were very understanding because they knew that this is not, more than likely, not anything that I have done to trigger anything for them, but this is something that we need to rectify and get across with Google. But getting answers, getting a one-on-one with anybody at Google, even as a Premier partner, not something we can do. They're big, they're beasts, they can make or break you. So try to play by the rules. But if something happens, if you find yourself faced with a suspension, get that reinstatement form filled out, get those photos sent in, do it quickly, because it's got to be, you want to get in front of them, you want to get this resolved as quickly as you possibly can. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to reach out to me. If you're a marketer and you've got a business that you're trying to represent and they've been suspended, don't play around with this, because it could be very damaging in the long run for this client, and you could lose clients and you can lose the faith of the people that are trusting in you to make their business, not break their business. So that is what I wanted to talk about today. I appreciate you guys so much. I apologize. I'm still under the weather, so I'm still talking congested and nasally, but hopefully this will change and the weather will stop flipping out from below freezing temps to sunny and 70s, because my body doesn't know how to react to that, and it's just going crazy. But you guys have a great night. Happy Valentine's Day. I will get another message out to you tomorrow. We're going to talk about social ad campaigns and how they can make your business and how cost effective they can be, and really figuring out how to do that to dominate online through your offsite optimization and social ad campaigns. Okay, you guys have a great night. Thank you so much. And don't forget to like this video, leave comments, let me know if there's something that you want me to cover, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and turn on that notification bell so you never miss one of the videos that are rolling out, hopefully on the daily. Thanks again. Bye-bye.